Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys.
What's going on, guys? So as you see from the title, it's going to resemble something along the lines of, does alcohol mix with bodybuilding? And basically I'm going to go over 5 reasons why I don't believe it does. Now, this doesn't just concern bodybuilding, it's also going to concern general fitness, you know, different levels of it. And also, I'll point out before I begin this video, this concerns going out on nights out on a regular basis and drinking excessively, if you like, rather than having a bottle of beer or cider here and there. In the long run, guys, it isn't going to be that damaging, if anything at all. So the first point that usually crops up, and these 2 points are going to be more science based. So the first point what pops up is metabolism and metabolic damage, and whether it actually slows down or not. Now, I'll give you 2 sides. I've read several studies and articles. The first side talks about thermogenesis and how when we consume alcohol our body heats up, therefore we're going to burn calories at a faster rate and our metabolism is going to speed up. On the other hand, we've got articles and studies what refer to the disruption of the Krebs cycle. So it's harder to digest and metabolise, you know, alcohol as it is an empty calorie. Therefore our fat burning stops or slows down. Now, I'm not just saying this for the purposes of this video, guys, but I have seen a lot more information based on the second point. So take what you believe from that. Now, the second point is behind protein synthesis, and in particular dehydration. Now, as you'll be aware, when we drink we can become very dehydrated. Now, the problem with this is, guys, for muscle growth we need to create an anabolic state, and when we're hydrated this is creating a better anabolic environment. If you've not bought creatine already, that's one of the functions behind that. We retain a lot of water and therefore we're creating a better anabolic environment in our body. So as I say, ever consuming alcohol on a regular basis, becoming dehydrated, protein synthesis is less likely to occur. Now, moving on to the third point, and this is moving away from the science side of things, guys, so I won't bore you with that anymore. Training intensity, and I'll combine this with consistency. So when you go on a night out and you wake up, you're going to be hungover most of the time. You are going to be suffering from symptoms such as a headache, nausea, whatever. But the main point I'm going to make is, if you're scheduled to go in the gym that next day, you know, your splits falling on going into that gym, the intensity is just not going to be there, guys. Okay, so this isn't going to allow any room for progressive overload. Now, you've got a second option. You don't have to go to the gym altogether, and you can put that part of your split back another day. Now, the problem with both of these is, if you're doing this on a regular basis, say you go out once a week and you put back your split once a week. Basic maths, if I do this right, guys, you know, once a week times 52, that's 52 times in a year. Times that by 5 years, not a long time in bodybuilding, that's 260 times, you know. So I don't need to explain that to you, guys. If we're referring to intensity, that's 260 times you've missed the opportunity for progressive overload. As to, if you decide not to go to the gym, that's 260 times you've missed out on stimulating the muscle. So bear that in mind, guys. Moving on to point 4, and the whole idea behind overconsumption of your calories on that day, especially or more particularly when you're in a weight loss or dieting phase. Now, if you're not aware already, alcohol does contain a lot of calories, unfortunately. There is 7 calories per gram of alcohol, and basically, I don't know the numbers as such with the different drinks. I think vodka has 70 calories per 25 mils. That's the most sensible option you'll probably come across if you're going on a night out, guys. But if we take this for example, 70 calories, and we take a night out. So say you have 10 vodkas and Diet Coke. Now bear in mind, I'm using the lowest calorie sort of spirit, if you like. 10 Diet Cokes and vodka, 70 times 10, that's 700 calories already. You then go and have some shots. Again, I'll use the value of vodka. 5 to 10 shots, I'll put that just below the middle, 7. So 7 times 70 is 490. 700 add 490, we'll round that to 1,200. So you're already 1,200 over your calorie consumption for today. Then you have that post-alcohol binge, if you want to call it that, where you'll go out and you'll eat a McDonald's or a pizza and you really won't care about what you're eating. So take a pizza for example. Again, I don't eat it that often, so I don't know the nutritional values as such, but I'm just going to call it 1,000 calories, okay? So you've eaten your pizza, 1,000 calories, you've drunk your alcohol, 1,200 calories. Combine that, that's 2,200 calories, guys. Now remember, I'm using the most sensible options for the drink. It can be a lot worse than that. So when you're in a weight loss phase and say after 6 days you've lost half a pound to a pound, on the 7th day you go out, you consume way over what your calories require, and basically you're going to be right back to where you started, depending on how much you've lost. And if it is half a pound you've lost in that week, you're going to be further back than where you started, if we're talking 2,200 calories. So you can be sensible with your choices, guys, but the problem is our mind doesn't think very clearly once we start drinking, and that's when the problem of overconsumption occurs. Moving on to point 5, my final point. It doesn't concern everyone, it's the whole idea behind money. Now, I'm a student and a lot of young people will probably be watching this, and money doesn't come easy, and you've basically got two options, or I don't refer to going out and drinking alcohol as an option, but you can either do that and spend £60 once a week going out drinking alcohol, or you can save that money and invest it in yourself to help you reach your goals. You know, invest it in some new gym gear, new gym equipment, accessories, buy a tub of protein, a tub of fish oil. You know, there's a lot you can do with that £60. Now the problem I have with people going out is they'll go out, they'll spend that £60 and then they'll say they can't afford a weightlifting belt. You know, if you're choosing to go out, that's a decision you make, but don't use anything as an excuse to say that you can't afford accessories, you know, supplements, whatever. So that's my 5 opinions on why alcohol does not mix with bodybuilding or fitness, if you like. Now, I will point out, I'm not trying to say that you're not allowed to go out and drink whatsoever. I mean, if you've got a family wedding, guys, as long as you're not competing, I don't have a problem with you going and enjoying yourself and having a good time with your family. As to if your friends are going to the pub or whatever, I don't see a problem with going out, having a beer or cider, or just drinking Diet Coke or whatever. Again, there's no problem with this. I'm not saying you're not allowed to socialise, as I know alcohol is a social thing. I'm just saying, be careful with your choices. You know, at the end of the day, it's these sort of decisions what are going to separate you from the average. And I'm going to wrap up this video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've taken something from it. If you liked it, hit that like button, of course. If you have any thoughts, how often do you consume alcohol? Put it in the comment section below. And if you're watching this for the first time, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate that. So, as always, thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, count them macros and stay lean.